Hola, mis amores. Welcome to today's episode of Tea Time with Nori. I am Nori, and I am passionate about three things. Number one is helping professional women live the life of their dreams, live a life that's meaningful, fulfilling, and impactful. Meaningful, fulfilling, and impactful. Um, Number two, I'm passionate about reading. And right now, I am reading The Wisdom of the Enneagram, the complete guide to psychological and spiritual growth for the 9 personality types by Don Richard Riso and Russ Hudson. Now, this is a book that I'm currently reading on my own. I have a book club, but I'm actually reading this outside of the book club to just help me understand more about my patterns and how they show up. And this book has actually been really helpful. The Enneagram is a helpful resource, so highly recommend it. And the third thing I'm passionate for is drinking tea. And today I am drinking out of my Dragon Ball Z cup that I got while traveling in Madrid. And I am obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. I'm a big fan and I love tea. And the kind of tea that I'm drinking today is a sea moss with ginger and cinnamon tea that I made because I've learned that sea moss is really helpful for your body. It's one of the things that Dr. Sebi used to recommend. So I drink it very regularly. Okay, let's get into today's topic. So today I'm going to be talking to you about what to do when you are lacking the support from your family. I'm going to sip a little bit of this tea, okay? It's hot, daddy, hot, hot, hot. Okay, so what to do when you are lacking the support from your family, lacking support from your family. Now, this was a question that someone asked me, a woman asked me this question, and I wanted to address it in this way. And the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to lacking support from family is that support can be very subjective. Support can mean different things to different people, and it could look in different ways for everyone. Something that I may consider to be support might be different from something that you may consider to be support. And often we want people to support us in the way that we want them to support us with the things that we want them to support us. And those people might not be in a position to do that. They may be in a position to support us in the way that they can support us. And those two things might not be in alignment. So what do I mean by that? If you have a business, let's say that you want your family to support you with your business. You go and you pitch your business to your family members and they don't buy it. They don't buy your product. They don't buy your service. You may feel like, oh my God, they're not supporting me. But what you may not know is that your family member is promoting your services to somebody else. They are sharing it with other people, or they don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what you're selling. They don't understand the value that you're bringing to the table with this product or service. Or maybe you're not delivering a quality product or service to their standard, and they don't feel comfortable promoting it with other people. There are a lot of things that come up when we want people to support us that often we don't even think about, because all we are thinking is, why are you not supporting me? Why are you not pushing the thing that I'm doing right now? Without taking into consideration if that person feels like what you're doing is helpful, if they understand what you're doing, because sometimes people don't understand what we do. They don't understand the value that we bring to the table. And it's hard for people to talk about something that they don't understand. It's really difficult. Now, let's put that to the side. The other thing that we have to keep in mind when we think about lacking support from family is that our family and literally everyone in this world does not owe us anything. No one owes you anything. And what I mean by that is that just because you want people to support you doesn't mean that they have to. Doesn't mean that they need to. It doesn't make them a bad person if they don't support you. It doesn't make them someone that doesn't love you if they don't support you. It doesn't mean that they don't care about you if they don't support you in the way that you want them to support you with the things that you want them to support you. I think we live in a society and in a space where we are putting all our expectations on people. And one of the expectations that we have learned to have is that family is supposed to quote unquote behave in a certain way. Now, this is not your fault. This is literally no one's fault. So let's not even dive into any blaming or anything like that. What it comes down to is that we have been taught these things, that your family is supposed to do certain things like blood is thicker than water, or family over everything, be loyal to your family. Things of that nature are messages that we hear over and over again. So we start to feel like, yeah, family is over everything. So how come my family ain't doing the thing that I want them to do in the way that I want them to do it to quote unquote support me? So that can be really difficult because our family does not owe us anything. They are still humans that are dealing with their own situations, humans that are navigating their own pain, humans that are trying to figure it out, and humans that are also yearning for your validation. They are yearning to be understood. They are yearning to be seen and heard. And it can be really difficult when you feel like someone doesn't support you because of all the things that you have going on, but you also haven't taken into consideration all the things they have going on, and that's causing conflict between the two of you. There's a conflict between what you want, and there's a between what you want and what you're not available to see because you're not getting what you want. Okay. Now, with that being said, there are very real instances when, and all these things are real, right? So there are instances where you have explained what you do, you've been open to it, and you generally don't have family that supports you, and you feel alone in your journey, in your decision-making process, and you yearn to have that community. You yearn to have a group of people that are gonna be able to be there for you, to hold you accountable, to talk to bounce ideas off, to help you plan, to help you dream. And if that's what you're lacking from the people that you were born into, it's time to expand your network into people that can give you that stuff. Sometimes we feel like we are only supposed to get certain things from certain people. If my family doesn't give me this, then I'm not going to go anywhere else because this is my family's job. But it isn't. It is your job, your responsibility to provide the things that you need for yourself. If you want to live the life of your dreams, you cannot put that on the hands of other people because those people are trying to live the lives of their dreams. And if they are not even clear on that, then they got no time to be worried about your dreams, boo, because they got their own dreams to be concerned about. So it's your responsibility to find that space. Would it be nice that your family gave you all the things that you needed? Yes, that would be an amazing thing. You don't need anything else. But there are also billions of people on this planet. So if the let's say 30 to 50 immediate people that are in your family are not giving those things to you, there are billions of people out there in the world that can give you the thing that you might be lacking, that can give you the support that you need in order for you to get the things that you want, right? You don't have to go at this journey alone. So if your family is not providing that for you, there are other people that can provide that for you, whether it is a therapist, whether it is a life coach, whether it is a spiritual guide, whatever. There are tons of professional people or people that do this for a living, like I do, that can help you. But then there are also spaces that are available to you to do that as well, like a group setting. So really getting when you're lacking the support of your family, the first thing you want to do is to get clear on what is the type of support that you are lacking. Because sometimes the family is not equipped to give you the support that you are lacking, okay? As I reflect on my healing journey, there are things that I've discovered that my family just didn't have for me. And it's not because they didn't want to support me and they didn't want to help me. It's because they didn't have the tools or resources to communicate the things that I needed for myself. And I didn't have the words and the tools to communicate what I needed from them. So it's often difficult to have a clear understanding of why we are actually lacking that support. But when we feel like we are lacking that support, the first step is to get clear on what is the support that we are lacking. What is the thing that we are missing, so that we can go and find the people that can provide that for us. And the second thing is, once you find what you're missing, go after it. Do what you got to do to get it. Because often we identify what kind of support we are missing in our lives, and then we find it, and then we turn around because we abandon ourselves. We don't invest in ourselves, whether it's through time, through attention, through finances or money. And we start thinking that, oh, people are too expensive for me. And that just means that you are not seeing you're not honoring your value. You're not honoring your worth. And you also see money as being something that's scarce. When you go outside and you see leaves all over the ground from trees, you don't tell people, don't touch those leaves. You don't care because there's a bunch of leaves everywhere else. The same way when you breathe the air, you're not thinking, hey, you over there, don't breathe in any air, because there's an abundance of air. It is the same approach when it comes to your life. There is an abundance of help out there available to you. And when you find that help and you feel it inside you, when your intuition tells you, hey, this is it, go for it. Do not continue to prolong the thing that you know is going to serve you out of fear and out of scarcity, because that will only keep you in your current situation. So that's what I wanted to share with you today when it comes to lacking support from family. I hope that you have an understanding as to why this shows up, how to think about it a little bit more, and really give your family more grace, give yourself more grace, because everyone is trying to figure it out. Some of us, you may think we have it more figured out than others, but we are all trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure it out. And it's going to take patience. It's going to take grace. It's going to take investing in ourselves, taking the things that matter to us and putting them into ourselves to manifest the life of our dreams. And if you know you are lacking support from your family, you are ahead of the game, because you know that you're missing something that you need to achieve your dream life. And that is miles away from people that don't even know that. So keep shining, keep healing, keep becoming aware, and use that awareness to manifest the life that you want. And if you need help, holla at your girl. Let's talk. Maybe I can help you figure it out. If I'm not the right person for you, then you are closer to finding who it is. You know what I mean? Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Keep the conversation going with me on Instagram at Nori Pouncil, NORYPOUNCIL, or in the comments below wherever you are watching this. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hasta luego.